knives are not good quality. First, they're full tang. Yes. They're Japanese steel. This is beautifully balanced. You're going to get every knife that you need in your choice of butcher block. When I say choice of, I mean color of butcher block that you hold these in. And Chef Jeremy Parker is back with us. And what you need to know, I call Chef Jeremy, before I called him chef, I called him knife dude.
Thank you.
He's been presenting knives for how many years now?
Oh my gosh, 26, 27 years at QVC.
Well, I mean, since the beginning.
When I was 16 years old, I started. I am almost 50.
Okay, so
long time.
For
a gazillion years?
Well over half your life.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Now, we are well excited that you are back with us, and you bring us a beautiful set of knives.
Yes.
These knives are extraordinary. We talked earlier with Rick Roman about, do you remember when your knives were new?
Yeah.
Remember how sharp they were? Look how sharp. Now, that's a raw potato.
That's a raw, big potato, David.
Russet potato.
Yeah, and look at that. That is the power of Ginsu. The great thing about Ginsu, we loved it because they stay sharp longer than a regular knife. They harden and temper the steel, but they've made a beautiful high-end knife. Instead of spending $400 on a set, it's $80.
I want you to see something else that I
Yes.
don't want you to try at home unless you're very comfortable handling knives.
Yeah.
The balance is incredible with this knife. Now, if this knife were not properly balanced, it would tip to one side or the other.
That's right.
This balances very nicely on 2 fingers. It's also full tang, meaning there's one continuous piece of stainless steel all the way through the knife and into the handle.
That's right.
So all this comes together for you. And you want to take us through the knives that we get?
Right over here. Come on over here.
Oh, you have them over here?
We got them right over here because you get the
Hop on that side of the table.
6 most used knives in the kitchen. This is an 8-inch chef's knife. That's a French-style chef's knife. 8-inch carving knife. Carve your turkey, your roast, your Carla Hall ham that you just...
Yes, I was just going to say the ham.
And then here, I've been waiting for this, David, a 6-inch boning knife that is so sharp. I mean, you can shave the whiskers off a New Jersey mosquito with that. This is a 5-inch Santoku knife with scallops in the blade, so you can go through potatoes and carrots easily. Here's a 5-inch utility knife that's serrated. Great bread knife, tomato knife for citrus, and then a 3.5-inch paring knife. All comes with a block, too, that everything stores in. And I love what you said, David. It is full tang, meaning the steel goes all the way back to the pommel. That's the back of the knife there. That's called the pommel, which is weighted. And this is the bolster, so that it is perfectly weighted right there in the center, so it doesn't rock. It's easy to cut. It feels like nothing in your hand.
I had a chef one time say to me that a knife should be an extension of your hand.
Correct.
And it should work very easily. And a sharp knife is less likely to cut you because you're not working as hard, right?
That's right, yeah.
Now, the only choice you're making is color of block. Now, we have this in chestnut, fewer than 1,200. We have this in natural, fewer than 1,000. And finally, we have the gray wash. $740. You're saving $550 on shipping alone.
Love it. I love it.
These knives are incredible. And please hand wash them because we always tell you that a knife should not go in the dishwasher because it's using high heat and detergent.
That's right. That's right. And let's just start with this chef's knife. Dave, this is your workhorse of a knife. It's beautifully weighted. Here's a hard butternut squash. You don't want to do this with a flimsy knife. I'm going to go straight down the center with this.
And the butternut squash is very dense.
Very dense. That's harder than a potato a lot of times. So, but let me move on because we got 6 knives in total.
Okay, I want you to hear something.
Yes, go ahead.
This is some stout business. I mean, butternut squash is no joke.
Yeah.
If you've ever dealt with it and tried to roast it, you know what I'm talking about.
That's
and
right.
That knife just glided down that knife.
Okay, this is that 6-inch boning knife. So if you're trimming meat, you're trimming fat off of, or you're butterflying chicken, or maybe a chuck roast, or if you're just doing, let me show you something, David. Watch.
Salmon fillets.
Salmon fillets. Okay. That didn't look like much, but look, I didn't just go through that salmon. I went through every single piece of skin. There is nothing connected, just one slice through. And you can see it cuts it perfectly. Now, if you want to fillet a fish, let me get one of these pieces here. Move this guy over here.
I'll help you.
Oh, thank you, sir. And again, the right knife for the right job. Start here, go like this. See how I press down against the skin here? And you just get the start, grab that little piece of skin there. And then all you're gonna do is just run that blade right across the bottom like that.
And you need a good sharp knife in order to do this.
That's
if you've ever tried to do this with a dull knife, it rips and tears and mutilates the fish.
And look at that beautiful cut of salmon, completely filleted. So that's just that fillet knife. I love that. Fisherman, you're gonna love that knife.
Now, whether you are doing everyday cutting or you're doing something specialized for holiday, you're going to love having a brand new set of knives. It is a great gift idea if you're thinking about giving a home cook a new set of knives because you're giving them a new lease on cooking.
Yeah, or hey, if dad or mom or aunt or uncle needs a good set of knives, maybe you went to the old fair back in the day and got those Ginsu knives. This is their high-end knife. This is that 8-inch carving knife. You carve a roast, a ham. You like thin slices? You can go as thin as you like. You can go as thick as you like. You can carve a breast of your turkey there. It's just a beautiful knife, nice and long, and so you have that carving knife.
It's super sharp. I was telling Chef Rick Roman earlier that I watch this dude on YouTube. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah.
And he cooks, and he has an incredibly sharp knife.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's called Are You Gonna Eat That? And he makes recipes very quickly, like in 30 seconds. And the sharp knife is astounding to me.
Yeah, and it's this little 5-inch Santoku knife, David, is so smooth. If you want to do, like you saw me just do some celery there, or you want to do zucchini, carrots. Again, a sharp knife, you can see, you just touch it and it cuts it. And that's why Ginsu is known to be one of the sharpest knives made, and they keep their edge longer than a regular knife.
Many of you are looking at this set of knives, and the only choice you're going to make is the color of block.
Yeah.
Because all the knives have those beautiful black handles, and the only choice you're going to make here is your color of block. We have chestnut, we have natural, and we have gray wash. Gray wash is most limited. Now, these are going very quickly. I ran into Angel Smedley this morning on my way into the building.
Oh, yeah?
From Quacker Factory fame.
Yeah. I know
And
Angel.
she loves Just Bagels for her breakfast. She told me
Yeah.
she had Just Bagels this morning. So maybe you need to cut said bagel.
Yes, this is a great size bagel knife. Here's how the best way, cut down and away. I think one of the biggest ER accidents in the kitchen is from cutting bagels.
The number one reason people visit emergency rooms because of kitchen accidents is bagel slices.
Is bagels, yep. And so you get that knife, and then of course you're gonna get your paring knife too. So if you need a good, just small paring knife for like small radishes, strawberries, things like that, you get this. Beautiful set, David, you'll love it. It'll last you a lifetime.
And maybe you're doing drink garnishes and whatnot. Every time I cut up limes for a cocktail party, your voice rings in my ear. Don't miss out on this opportunity, and we're very excited about this set of knives. It is brand spanking new, comes to us from Ginsu. It's Chikara. Chikara means force and power.
Ah.
Force and power.
Power, love that.
I love it. Don't miss out on that. Thank you, Chef Jeremy. Good to have you back. All right, now it's our nonstop holiday party.